Okay, well, this is a Cub Cadet 28-inch wide cut. Kind of decided it was time to upgrade to a little bit bigger of a cut. I felt the 21s, the 20s, they were okay, but I just don't get that professional look I like. This particular model was about $800 at Home Depot. $8.99 or something like that, actually. Remote start comes with it. It's kind of a cool feature. It's got the your speed walk, my speed it's called, which is really responsive. I actually put a hole in one of my fences over on the side over there, which I've got to fix now, because it did jump a little bit on me. But this thing goes pretty slow and pretty fast. It all depends on what you got. I have a little bit of an incline in the backyard, which is pretty insignificant, but it does make it a little easier with the extra power on that 195cc, pushing it up the hill. It does include a bag in the back, but the one disadvantage about the bag is that you have to change the blades. It comes with the extra set of blades. I don't particularly care for cutting my grass and picking it up. I like to leave it down and let it decompose, because I do use lawn service, which is pretty decent and keeps the grass nice and green, as you can see over here. But you know, unfortunately, if it rains out for too many days in a row, you really got to do something. You're leaving the grass on, it kind of makes the grass look nasty and gross, and I prefer to catch it at that point. So my next thing I'll have to do at this point, because it's been raining out for the last 4 days, is I'm going to have to change over to the other blades. And I believe the settings, I've got to look it up again, but I believe it's there's 2 sets of blades, and it basically pushes the grass up higher into the catch so that it goes through. You'll see there's a lot of reviews about people complaining about the grass catches suck. Now, I used the grass catcher out of the box with this thing, and the one thing that I have to say is the grass catcher sucks. But I got to be fair and reasonable. I didn't change the blades, and I don't know how many of these other people bothered to do that or didn't do it, because they never really said specifically that they changed the blades. They just kind of left it up in the air, and well, you know how us men are. We usually use the instruction manual to lift the edge of a table up, and that's just the way we tend to be, unfortunately. But hey, whatever works for us, right? So this thing here, I like the cut it gives. It's very easy to maneuver. It is a little loud, not a big deal or anything, but it's kind of loud. It has in the back side, it does have the very high, excuse me, it does have a very high catcher. It goes up to the top. Just move this over here. Just check if it's still in focus. It should be. Yep, it still is. And the grass catcher just basically goes in from here. Yeah, not a big deal. On the walk around to the other side. Over here. It's got a very interesting little battery setup. You can see the battery. It does charge itself with the battery. It has the green hose to connect to a hose so you can clean the inside out. I haven't done that yet. I've only used it about 4 or 5 times so far. I'm going to start this up real quick, just so you can see how easy. I haven't started this for about a week now because it's been raining out, but it's going to start right up again. So as I was saying, but you couldn't hear me, you have to, when you turn it on, the blades are not engaged. There is a lever which you need to pull back when you do want to engage it, and it's located over here. Let me zoom in up on it. Right there is the lever. You just basically push it down and then pull the orange. The lever is the goldish brass colored thing behind it with a little black rubber tip, and you pull that back, and that engages it. I'll just show you. Push it down, pull it back. Very simple. Also, if it's not running, it makes it a torture to push. It won't go anywhere if it's not running. So that's kind of cool. Big complaint on this one was everybody seemed to have, you probably read it 100 times, they all seem to complain about the little wing nut there. Now the wing nut on the one that I got was made out of brass. Everybody seems to say they're not made out of brass, that they're made out of cheap plastic. I don't know why anybody would make a plastic wing nut. Those seem to hold fine for me. I haven't had one single problem. Not at all, not a bit. One thing I also noticed too, sorry about the jump, just trying to get a little smoothness going on here. Let me pull back a little bit. One of the neat things about the caster wheels is that you can lock it into a traditional style lawnmower, and it's not difficult. You just have to basically turn it into that right there, and then when I think it flips like that at some point, I'll go this way, there we go. And that locks it down. And I don't actually do it that way. I don't prefer it that way. To me, I like the whole thing with the caster. That was the whole point of getting it. Release it just back here. I think there's a couple of areas that I have to do some greasing on. They're easy enough to get to. Most of the caster wheels, it's underneath there. I think you can see it in the very front. I don't know if the video is covering that enough. Let me see if I can get in there. Yeah, you see right in the very front, in between the two pieces of iron underneath the main clutch plate there. It seems to be right where it is. Sorry about my jargon. I'm not exactly a tech guy. But this isn't really a bad lawnmower for the price. There's other options like the 30-inch one. I think that's who makes that one. 30 inches by Troy Built. It's too big to get into my house, and I don't have a shed in the backyard. I have like a shed off the extension of my house. And you know, the yard's not big here, but on the side it goes up quite a bit. And it's pretty well manicured for the most part. Yeah, it's not too bad over here. But it does take about an hour most of the time, sorry about that. About an hour most of the time to do the yard, but this it takes me about 30 minutes now. I really did cut down quite a bit on the time. So, I'm happy with it. I'll see what happens with that grass catcher though, because to be honest, I'll have to do another video on that. Now right now I won't. It's kind of half still raining out, and I just wanted to get this out and put it up. Anyway, have a good day. Thanks for watching. Click on subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like. Have a good day. Bye.